What's going on, everybody? RJ Ochoa here from SB Nation's bloggingtheboys.com. Hope all is well wherever you are. We hope you're happy, safe, healthy, and that you are ready for football season. Technically, we're pretty close. We are about 6 or so weeks away from the 2020 NFL season. It both does and does not feel like it. Obviously, these are the most unique times that most of us have lived through amid COVID-19, and the Dallas Cowboys, like every NFL team, are back to work. They are at training camp. It is technically training camp season. You know, if you rewind, you go back in the Blog of the Boys YouTube channel, which if you have not subscribed to us yet, make sure to go ahead and do so you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos. If you look back, you'd see videos of me out on the field in Oxnard, California. The weather in South Texas is very different. And obviously the Cowboys are training at the Star in Frisco. And it's kind of a process. You know, last week we talked about the Cowboys rookies reported, but the way everything works, everybody has to show up. They have to get tested for COVID-19. They have to pass that test. They have to wait 72 hours. They have to get tested again, get the results back, and then they are cleared to begin strength and conditioning activities. So such was the case for the Cowboys rookies. We saw some of them already doing some fun different things and some fun media opportunities. Every media opportunity, again, everything's different. I mean, you're seeing guys doing Zoom conferences from podiums. That is definitely not the normal case. But it does feel like next week will be more of what we are used to from a training camp perspective. It feels like next week we'll start to see the photos and the videos and the clips and things like that of the Cowboys practicing there at the Star in Frisco, their world headquarters, and you can rest assured that whenever that stuff happens, we'll have you covered right here on the Blog of the Boys YouTube channel. But the Cowboys start training camp with two players with a specific designation, Tyrone Crawford and Dontari Poe, on the PUP list to start camp, and that's okay. People ask what this is all the time. It is basically they're not totally healthy list. Let's give them a designation to acknowledge that they're not totally healthy, and we're going to take some time to figure out what is going to happen. While the season is about 6 weeks away, I don't think there's any real reason to fret. A lot of people have been anxious to cut Tyrone Crawford for salary cap reasons. That's not going to happen. Dontari Poe, obviously a free agent addition for the Cowboys this offseason. These are two important players. I mean, these are two important defensive linemen. Tyrone Crawford, while he does get his fair share of, we'll call it criticism from Dallas Cowboys fans on social media, the reality is that Tyrone Crawford is a very important player when it comes to leadership on the Dallas Cowboys. You think this is a team that lost Travis Frederick to retirement, Jason Witten, who now plays for the Las Vegas Raiders, a very weird sentence. They're struggling. Byron Jones obviously gone. He was their NFLPA representative for so long, now a member of the Miami Dolphins. That means players like Tyrone Crawford are going to be even more valuable. If you think back to November of last year, after the Cowboys lost on the road 7 days after Thanksgiving to the Chicago Bears, NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reported specifically that the Cowboys were missing the leadership of players like Tyrone Crawford. So hopefully Tyrone is back and ready to roll sooner rather than later. The defensive line depth for the Cowboys, a very fascinating group as training camp begins. There are a lot of debates to be had this time of year. Obviously, I think this player's going to make it. You think that player's going to make it. We're going to find out what's going to happen. There aren't a ton of real roster positions up for grabs, none that are really kind of question marks. Everything is rather obvious. There are some, lower guys down the depth chart that will, of course, fight for different spots and whatnot. But the real debate happening online right now is a tale as old as time. Ranch or blue cheese? Now, I will be honest, I'm a ranch man myself. I prefer drums to flats, but I like a mixture of both. I like ranch dressing, not a blue cheese fan. Like I said, I've lived in Texas my whole life, and so, I don't know how the people up north do it. It's up to them. But Dak Prescott, his birthday was this past week, turned 27 years old. He has a partnership, a working relationship with the Walk-Ons, a fantastic eatery. They've got places all over Texas and Louisiana and whatnot. And there was a video that they put out, and Dak offered his thoughts.
Dak, everybody wants to know if you're a ranch or blue cheese guy.
Not even close. Ranch all day long.
So Dak Prescott is of the right mind. He prefers ranch to blue cheese. I cannot tell you how many people are in my mentions telling me either that's my quarterback or no wonder the Dallas Cowboys would not give him a long-term contract, depending on whatever side of the aisle you fall on. Dak Prescott either made you really happy this week or pissed you off. And hey, sometimes that's the way the coin flips. But Dak Prescott, very busy, seemingly. I mentioned up north, I said I've lived in Texas my whole life. I went to college at Texas A&M University. So did the guys from Dude Perfect. And Dak Prescott is seemingly Working on something with them. The guys do a lot of great videos. Their YouTube channel is bumping. They have a documentary that came out a few months ago about their lives and about their ascension to YouTube stardom. And Dak Prescott looks like he's working on a video with them. He also looks rather in shape these days, Dak Prescott. That's QB1 of the Dallas Cowboys. Finally, just a quick aside, really important note. The Dallas Cowboys, in case you were wondering, are the most valuable professional sports team in the world. Again, that's right. Forbes does this every year. They list out the teams that are most valuable all across the big blue marble, and they tell us which sports teams are worth the most money. The Dallas Cowboys worth $5.5 billion with a B. Actually, every team on this list is associated with the letter B in that regard. But the Dallas Cowboys topping it, the New York Yankees coming in second. The New York Knicks, surprisingly, coming in third. The Los Angeles Lakers, who returned to action this week, got that big win over the Clippers on Thursday night, excuse me. And the Golden State Warriors coming in at number 5. There are, of course, international soccer teams on this list. Real Madrid, Manchester United. You look at the New England Patriots on this list, as are the New York Giants. The Los Angeles Dodgers were on this list a year ago. What I find particularly fascinating about this is, with the exception of the New York Knicks, because, well, they're the Knicks. Every team on this list has every team on the top 10 has won a title in recent memory. You look at it, Real Madrid, reigning champions of La Liga. Barcelona won it last year. Manchester United's last CPL title came in 2013. The Patriots obviously won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. The Warriors won the NBA title a couple of years ago. The Yankees, it's been a little bit of a while, but still very far more relevant than the Cowboys. The Cowboys' last title was in 1995. Not even this century, not even this millennium. And they are still number 1, which speaks to the power of the star, which speaks to the global branding associated with Jerry Jones and his fantastic team, and which speaks really to what the Dallas Cowboys are all about. And hopefully that translates into some wins this season. It's going to be an interesting one, to say the least, but whatever happens, we will, of course, have you covered right here on the Blogging the Boys YouTube channel and on the Blogging the Boys podcast feed. We are available wherever you get your podcasts. That's Apple devices, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, what have you. You get 2 episodes every single day. You can hear from me first thing bright and early in the mornings, give you your daily Cowboys headlines, and then we give you a show later on throughout the day of a bit more beefier variety to get you through what's going on. And it is football season. We got stuff to talk about, and it's going to be unique, it's going to be interesting, but we're going to experience it together. So we're looking forward to it. Next week should be fun. Next week should be more like training camp than anything up to this point really has been. So it's going to be an interesting time to talk about it here on the Blogging the Boys YouTube channel. Hey, do me a favor, get some ranch. Also, have the best day ever. You know why? Because you deserve it. We'll see you next time.